Hi there, Fred FR5ED here with a beer review. We're going to try to keep it short. We do have a thunderstorm going on here, and this time of year in Florida, these things pop up. And for the last couple of weeks, they've been pretty intense. We've had lots of thunder and lightning really close. In fact, a lightning bolt hit the tree about 5 houses down from us and uprooted and broke the water main, and a fire truck came yesterday and the back end sunk through the street because it had all been washed out. Really exciting evening. So let me move on. We're going to go ahead and do this beer review. This is New Belgium Rampant Imperial or Double IPA, India Pale Ale. That's what it looks like. I have not been a big New Belgium fan since it came to Florida not long ago, and I say that because I've had Fat Tire on several occasions. Does nothing for me. It's not a hoppy IPA, granted, but it just seems rather flat and flavorless to me. I've had it at a couple of different restaurants because it's the only craft beer they had, so that's what I got. Also, I got a couple of bombers of Ranger IPA from New Belgium when it first arrived at our local grocery store, and was underimpressed with that, and you can see my review on that from many months ago. But I was told by more than a couple of people that I should try this, that this Imperial IPA called Rampant from New Belgium was definitely, in the wheelhouse of those who like IPAs and double IPAs. So I have one 12-ounce bottle. If I like it, I'll get more. But we're going to see how that turns out. On Rate Beer, out of 638 reviews, it rates a 92 overall and a 55 in style. I'm not sure why the disparity there. It is 8.5% and 85 IBUs. I'll come back to the commercial description in a moment. Let's look over at Beer Advocate. Rates an 85, very good, out of 1,748 ratings. And the brothers gave it an 85. So with all that out there, it should be good. Now, I say that I did a review prior to this on Founders Double Trouble Imperial IPA. I've liked everything I've had of Founders so far since it came to Florida, not, about the same time that New Belgium did. And it was good. It was rated, 100 overall and 98 in style, so it was rated highly, and I found it good. I didn't find it excellent. I found it good. So it'll be interesting how this turns out. And again, little asterisk, it's all personal taste. Number one, I'm not educated in this stuff. I'm not a beer judge. I'm not a cicerone. I know what I like, and sometimes that changes a little bit from time to time. But let's open this. Let's pour it. Let's smell it and taste it. Here we go. Looks fairly light, especially for a double IPA. I don't know if you can hear that thunder, but I sure can. Pretty clear, but very light for an IPA. Again, much less a double IPA. That's unexpected. With a very, very, very light honey color. Almost it's just a very light honey color. Okay, only got about a 1-finger head out of that, and it's not, a super dense head. Let's take a quick close-up cam look at that. Got some medium, some finer, got some lacing going on already. I think it's dissipating quite a bit already. It's got some micro bubbles on top, but it's a mixture. Let's smell it. Wow, getting a lot of the malt, a lot of malt aroma in there. The sweet breadish, long pastryish type, pastryish if that's an adjective, pastry-like smell. So there is a sweet edge to this. If there's any citrus or fruit, it's in the background because I'm getting mostly a sweet bread or pastry smell up front. Trying to figure, there's something else in there, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to name it. Again, someday once I get properly trained, maybe I can identify more of these aromas. But it is definitely malt forward with the citrus and fruit right behind it. Let's give it a taste. Different, and it reminds me of something very much of something else I've had. May not come to me, but let me get a couple more sips to be fair to it. It's nice. It's not totally dry. The mouthfeel is okay. So it's higher than a medium mouthfeel. I like that in a double IPA. It's not totally dry. There is some balancing sweetness there. That's something I really like in a double IPA where you expect double of everything, so to speak. It's got some sweetness to balance the bitterness, which the bitterness is there. It's got, and you know what though, the bitterness in this, interesting. Here's an interesting observation. The 85 IBUs here doesn't seem quite as bitter as the 86 IBUs in the Founder's Double Trouble, which is the inverse of what I would expect, because Founder's Double Trouble was 9.2, 9.4% alcohol. At the same IBUs, you'd think the IBU, it would not have seemed as bitter. This actually seems a little less bitter instead. Interesting. Purely subjective, just offering that. One more sip, we'll wrap up. As far as flavor, there's something in there I wish I could identify, because I've had this in a couple of other IPAs, double IPAs, and I like it. Bottom line is, I am finding this likable. As much as I just was turned off to New Belgium based on Fat Tire and Ranger, and those are the only two I've had so far, I just shied away from anything else New Belgium. I figured it was going to be 3 strikes, you're out. But this is something. One more sip before I make this statement. It's complex. My statement is, I think I would get this again. I'm not going to rush to the store for it, but I won't shy away from it. I won't turn away from it. Didn't expect it to be this light, and especially with that light color, but having a heavier mouthfeel, very interesting. Anyway, rather than wax on eloquently, or less than eloquently, let me just say that this is New Belgium Rampant Imperial IPA. I recommend you do try it. I actually do like it. Not in my top 5 or top 10 perhaps, but I would get it again. But there you have it. You try it, and this is Fred, FR5ED, over and out.